cards are shuffled, we've set the pace. This ain't no friendly neighborhood game. This is the Syndicate, we don't play the same. They say they've got skills, they say they've got fire, but we built this table, raised it high. So call your crew and bring your best. It's multi-table mayhem, forget the rest. We don't fear the numbers, we don't flinch at the crowd. We rise in the silence, we strike loud and proud. Stack for stack, play by play, we'll be waiting at the end of the day. So rally the room, light the fuse, but just know this, we don't lose. Try your luck in the lion's lair. Come take on the Syndicate if you dare.
Well, welcome everybody once again to another Syndicate game here on YouTube. The Syndicate playing live on PokerNow.club with an open house game tonight. Everybody always asks, when are you guys going to play with everybody else? When are you going to let anybody else play with you guys? Well, we've given you the chance. The Syndicate has opened the doors with open house. 10,000 chips to start your game, with blinds starting at $25.50. A handful of players have made it to the table so far. Hopefully they will split soon into a second table, and we'll see what happens. Some of your normal Syndicate players all showing up for the game. Freakchild, Forking Ace-Hole, Casely, and Marta. Two newcomers, Indigo and Amon, have joined the table. As we get started on shuffling up and dealing on hand number 2. Syndicate playing on PokerNow.club, a free-to-play poker client. This is a free roll tournament. The Syndicate deciding, hey, these guys want to see what we're all about? Come play with us. We don't screw around. Not a lot of people took the Syndicate up on that offer, surprisingly enough. But we'll see what happens as we get the action rolling. Got Marta, Forking Ace-Hole, and Amon going into this hand with a Queen Jack 3, 2 hearts on the board, a 30 from Marta. A raise from Amon will take it down. Blind starting out at 10-20, and they will go up about every 8 minutes. And they will go incrementally up even faster and quicker as the game progresses on. Casely timing out as we wait to see what's going to happen with her hand. Indigo not online or in the game yet. Ace Jack King, full rainbow on the board. Well, 3/4 of a rainbow on the board. Freakchild folds a check. And a 9 of spades on the river. Forking Ace-Hole going up 240. Amon in the hot seat. he will call it forking ace hole, showing his pair of aces, taking down the hand. Game of choice for today's rounds is, or today's match, whatever you want to call it, Texas Hold'em. No limit Texas Hold'em. Any player can go all in at any one given time. So they can bet all of their chips, some of their chips, none of their chips. They can check, they can fold. The dealer button, a little white D dot that you see on the table, that is signifying the person dealing the cards. To the left of that is a small blind, which is a smaller number of those two blind numbers. We always say 10, 20 in this case. It'll be 10 from Freak Child is in the small blind there, who's in this hand. To the left of that is the big blind, which would be the bigger of the two bets. Those bets go out before any cards are dealt. And then the rest of the players get their option. Freak Child will take that with a pair of jacks. And as you see, there's 10-20 from Casely and Indigo. And then the other players have an option to call that, raise that, or fold it. Casely missing in action. And Indigo there would have been on the on what's called the option, where could have raised or just checked it, which is what would have happened probably. Would have checked it, and everybody would have just done exactly what they're doing now. And then a round of 3 cards come out on the table. That's called the flop. These are all community cards that everybody uses to make the best 5-card hand. Currently, you're in the round of the turn. There's 1 card out, a round of betting. Now the river card, the last card, and a round of betting in which nobody bet. Everybody checked it around, and Freak Child will take that with a pair of queens. Best 5 cards win. And they can even be the entire 5 cards that are on the table, not just the cards that are in the player's hands. It's not a requirement. They can play 1, 2, or all of them. And as we try to figure out what's going on with Casely, give you an idea of the Syndicate, which there was a graphic there that just decided to disappear. Check out the Syndicate, syndicatepokerclub.com. For those of you that have all seen this in the sit and goes and things like that, you can check out the official website, syndicatepokerclub.com. They also have a club on the PokerNow website. Trying to find out what's going on with some of the players that are missing here as the game continues on. 2, 6, 4, 8, 2 spades, 2 clubs on the board. Forking ace hole goes up for 95. Amon is out. And we're still waiting on Casely to see what happens there. Had a bunch of players sign up for the tournament, but nobody checked in other than the 6 players that you see at the table. And Indigo still has yet to actually show up at the table. So we'll see what transpires here. 30-minute late registration, so still about 20 or so minutes left. We might see some faces pop in as the game continues on. In the interim, normally we show you the leaderboard, which is not really all that impressive at the moment with only 6 players, but we will pop that up as needed during this short little tournament. Shows everybody's chip counts and everything that's going on. So if we're focusing on one table, you guys will be able to see what the overall chip count is from players that we're not focusing on at the moment. Freakchild bets $1.50. That's the pot there with deuce, deuce, queen, and a 6. Marta calling it. 4 king ace hole calls it. 4 diamonds on the river. Freakchild betting an aggressive 600. And flop the boat. Deuces over queens. Waiting on Casely. Casely appears to be actually in the action. Maybe she fell asleep at the table there. Somebody needed to give her a nudge of coffee or something. Casely going 90. Marta's action. Freakchild folding out. Casely will take it with a pair of deuces. Come on, over in the hot seat. He will fold it out. Marta's out from Freakchild's raise to 220. 10 deuce 3 on the board. Freakchild aggressively betting 540. Betting the pot there. 2040, the blinds have gone up. Come on, folds up. Marta will check the option. 579. Both players check. Freakchild bets 100. Marta's out. Oh, Freakchild had a pair of threes. Game being played over at PokerNow.club. Check it out. Free to play. Completely free to play. Sit and go games, ring games. Make your own game. Build your own club. Not a single dime has to be spent in order to do these things. Unless you want some of the added perks like custom felts for your tables or game variants and things like that. Head over to PokerNow.club. Started off on Discord originally. Quite possibly becoming one of the largest free-to-play poker sites, serious poker sites, unlike the Zynga and all those other crap hole ones. More of a real poker experience than some of the other ones, where it's all goofy, I don't know, 3, 4 player games and stuff like that. Freakchild will fold out Casely in the action with an 8-9 queen on the board. Marta going 50. Ace on the turn. Both players check. And a 6 of diamonds will round it out. Both players with a jack. Best 5 cards win, and it was just a high card. So there you go. That's what can happen there. Now, when we do get another tables rolling and all that, we always do show you all sorts of different tables. Right now, we got both tables in 2 spots. But you'd be able to see all the different tables going and all that, and you'd be able to run over to different tables. That's how we would do it. But because people apparently just do not know how to show up on time for the games, they sign up, but then they never show up. Freakchild in the action. He will fold. Casely in the action as we wait yet again. People possibly becoming completely and utterly scared of the syndicate. Deuce 10 queen, 2 clubs on the board. Marta checks, Freakchild checks, ace on the turn. Marta goes 50, Freakchild will go with it. 3 spades there. Marta will go 100. Freakchild calls it. Marta had the ace deuce for 2 pair over Freakchild's ace 8. Syndicate broadcasts always incorporate a little bit of player interaction, if you will, in which they showcase some of the different players. We've been talking about the Freakchild. Favorite game variant is Hold'em. He's 127 years old from Pluto. He was 27th overall on the Denver Poker Tour. His syndicate ranking in the Syndicate Poker Club is 7th currently in all of the different series that you can find out about over at syndicatepokerclub.com. Everybody folds out to Amon, who will take that down. 4 king ace holds the dealer. Freakchild in the hot seat there. He will not do anything with that and let that go. Casely checking the option. Off to Amon, who goes $1.68. Casely's out. Amon does not show. Well, in the interim, we will not bore you with my voice for the entire game. Give you a little music. Take a listen and pick you two. Goofy poker songs that you never wanted to know existed. So we will take a break from the mic. Enjoy the action.
I played it tight, like the books all say. Laid down queens just the other day. Did the math, felt real mature. Didn't trust that board, I was feeling sure. Then she showed Jack 5, hit a boat by fluke, and I died a little inside, sipping warm kombucha. I folded a full house, Lord help me now. Was trying to be wise, didn't want to kowtow. They're shoving with nothing, I'm playing it down, and every bad player is taking me down. show. I tank and fold, say nice hand, real kind. He flips over 6 high like he lost his mind. He says, I had a blocker, then orders a Coke, and I question my career and all of my hopes. I folded a full house, I let it go. They shove with there and still steal the show. Every read I make is painfully right. The poker gods ghosted me out of spite. I study the charts, I play like a pro. They're eating hot dogs and winning the dough. One guy said, I don't even know how to play, then turned quads and skipped away. I'm dreaming of bingo, where the rules make sense, cause this table's a circus and I'm on the fence. I folded a full house, can't sleep at night. They're raising with Uno cards out of spite. I'm begging the dealer to just deal me out, while Chad goes all in with the mustard stain shout. So next time I see it, I might just call, even if the board's paired with 4 overcards and a flush draw.
Well, that cut out awkwardly. We're back. Syndicate Poker Club's open house tournament, multi-table tournament, but a lot of people signing up. Well, not a lot of people, not tons of people. Actually, we have a better showing of the syndicate games than what we had on a public free roll. Quite possibly, everybody is scared of the big bad syndicate. We'll never know what the answer is. But the show must go on, and so must the cards, as we have a jack or 7 jack king rainbowed up, which means 1 of each suit. Now we have a queen of spades on the turn, forking ace hole, popping out 300, and we'll take that down. Yeah, playing over at PokerNow.club. Free to play poker, poker with friends. What are the other taglines? Come play some corporate sponsored free rolls. They do give away prizes on their free rolls at PokerNow. A lot of fun, but beyond that, you can always create your own game, create your own tournaments, create your own. It's a la carte. It's like going to what is that? A buffet? Going down to the what do they call that place? Golden Corral. You're going down to the Golden Corral and you can have anything you want. Except the only difference is Golden Corral will cost you $25 a person. PokerNow.club costs you nothing. And joining the syndicate, well, you can find out more information by hopping over to the syndicate at syndicatepokerclub.com. Leaderboards, rosters, everything you will need to know about the syndicate, including all the live streams that you're finding here on YouTube from time to time. So there you are. As we pop back onto our table, 2, 10, 3 of diamonds. Casely and Freakchild going heads up. 4 diamonds on the board. Casely had a diamond there. So did a whole bunch of other players. And it looks like our window of opportunity for our other players to join late is coming to a close very quickly. So this may be the end of our player field today. And it looks like probably the Indigo player will end up making an exit if that door closes. which will make this game pretty short and quick. 2 jacks on the board. 3 cards are spades. Both players check. Amon's action with the king of clubs on the river. 22.95 from Amon. It's called, and Amon will take it with the king high spade flush. Flop that guy, did he? Preachow going for 50 on the big blind call. Limping in, as we call it. Casely going up over the top for 250. Preachow will call it. Ace 8 deuce on the board on the flop. Preachow goes for 50. Casely calls it. King of hearts on the turn. Preachow bets 675. Called quickly by Casely. Preachow going aggressive on the pot, 20-25. Casely going over the top on that. Casely having the pocket aces that ended up boating, but Preachow boated as well, but not as well. Casely, another one of the Syndicate players, hails from Colorado. She's in her 40s. Her overall Syndicate ranking currently is 3rd. Does that say 3rd or is that 5th? I think it says 3rd. I'm not sure. She's a multi-time World Series of Poker cash finisher. She is most annoyed by river rats. And it says season 5 sit and go ranking. That is an incorrect thing on that graphic. 49th is her average overall ranking for sit and goes over at PokerNow.club. So yeah, they have an entire leaderboard over at PokerNow. Thousands of players playing the sit and goes every month, and every month is a new season. So every season they crown a new sit and go champion. Rumor has it they will be doing a tournament of champions for a lot of the leaderboard players, supposedly. Don't know if that's ever going to really happen, but that's been a rumor mill on the Discord channels for ages. So it may not come to fruition. Both players checking it out. Marta going 375. That'll be enough to take everybody out, it looks like, with 2 kings, a 9, and a 7 on the board. Casely's action under the gun, as they call it. Marta will limp in at the $1.25. Blinds have gone up. 8, 9, ace, rainbow. One of each suit. Checked around to Biggie Large. He'll check it as well. Jack of clubs comes on the turn. And a king of hearts as everybody checks it around. They're just going to check it out. Check, check, check. Not Marta. Marta says 225. And it looks like the boys are not playing with Marta, who will take that down and keep it a secret. And it looks like Casely will take that down with no effort. Casely will get out of there. Indigo still out of the game. And I believe that door is going to be closing on Indigo to show up. So we may be losing that player here very shortly. Heads up between Biggie Large and the Preachow. Biggie Large going 15. Preachow calling it. 9 of spades. Check from Biggie Large. Preachow checks it back. 10 of spades. Preachow going all in. He calls it, and Preachow having the ace-high flush. Caught it on the river. Little river rat action. Redeemed himself right about there. From that bad beat from Casely with the boat over a boat. One player we haven't seen too terrible much of action, I guess, in recent hands. The Four-King Ace hole. More of an Omaha player. Hails out of Los Angeles. He's been a PokerNow sit-and-go season champion. He is currently sitting first in the Syndicate overall points ranking. And once again, that graphic is incorrect there on the Season 5 sit-and-go rank. He was not ninth, or may have been, but that's the overall average sit-and-go ranking there. Freakchild will fold it out. Freakchild calls the $1.25. Casely waiting. And we will see the flop coming down Jack 8-3. 2 diamonds on the board. Marta going a $1.87. I believe that's about half the pot there. Freakchild going up 561. Marta says no thank you. Freakchild with pocket queens. Waiting on Casely. Ten of hearts comes. Biggie large checks it. Working ace hole will check it. And Marta going 702. Odd bets from this gang. And that will be called by Forking Ace hole with an ace on the river. Marta will take it with a pair of jacks. Over Forking Ace hole's 10 king that he was holding in there. Two, four, ace on the board. Freakchild checks it over to Amon. $1.25 from him. Another ace on the board. All players checking around with a king of spades to end the run. 900 from Amon. Biggie large. He's out. Freakchild is out. Amon will take that down with we don't know what. Freakchild will fold that one out. Let's take a peek at our leaderboard real quick. Casely now sitting in the lead with Amon following right behind. And then right behind that, Marta. Freakchild redeemed himself to be sitting up in fourth place at this point. Freechild's action. He will call 200 off to Casely. Casely going 4. Freechild will call it. Queen 3, ace of spades. Sorry, queen of hearts. And then a 3 and ace of spades. Don't want to confuse anybody. In case there's any visually impaired people trying to watch this. Don't worry, it's a piece of crap to watch. King of clubs comes on the turn. And 7 of spades on the river. Casely's action. She'll go 6. Freechild calling it. He will take it. Running down with a pair of kings. And Indigo has been removed from the game for no show. And this will be the end of our field in this multi-table tournament. Players signed up but don't show up. That's generally what happens on a lot of these free rolls. Not the case with the Syndicate, though. Usually when Syndicate players sign up for their games, they're all there bright and early. Both players check. Or sorry, one player checks. Freechild checked. Casely going 6. Freechild checks it. They both had an ace. Forking ace. Holwood had the straight. Little Broadway action that was missed. Must have not been anything that could have been played there. Well, in the interim, don't forget, once again, we play over at PokerNow, pokernow.club, but we are the Syndicate. Check out syndicatepokerclub.com for roster, game updates, how to join the Syndicate, and all of that good stuff, as well as pokernow.club. Free-to-play poker game, free rolls, and all that stuff, or whatever you want to say. I just keep repeating it. We should listen to some music. What do you think, gang? I think so. We will take a break from the mic, and we will be back after a river of tears.
This one's for the grinders, the ghosts of bankrolls past, and everyone who's ever lost to a guy named Ricky, holding 6-9 offsuit on a prayer.
I had the nuts on the turn, felt like a king, counting my chips, hearing the angels sing. He called my shove like he couldn't care less, said let's see what happens, oh no this fucking ass. Board paired the river, my soul took a hit, he slow rolled me quads while eating Cool Ranch chips. Down by the river of tears, where dreams drown deep and love disappears. These stupid fuckers floating down the river, sitting on the toilet and then they flush. I played it right, but fate interferes, now I'm floating alone on a river of tears. Another day, another dollar lost, flopped a straight thought, I'll show him who's boss. He called with 2 pair, weak as can be, then the board paired up naturally. He fist bumped a guy in a Scooby-Doo hat while I stared at the felt flat on my back. Down by the river of tears, where dreams drown deep and love disappears. These stupid fuckers floating down the river, sitting on the toilet and then they flush. I played it right, but fate interferes, now I'm floating alone on a river of tears. I once believed in math, in discipline, in range, but now I believe in bad beats and emotional change. They say variance, I say witchcraft. They say don't tilt, I say laugh on my behalf. out my chips, walked into the night, past the neon sign and the soda Sprite light. My bankroll's gone, but my soul remains, scarred by maniacs and psychic pains. If you see me wandering with hollow eyes, just know the river's where my sanity lies. Down by the river of tears, where straights get cracked and you face your fears. It's not just the cards, it's the pain of the peers who hit runner, runner, and then cheers. Yeah, I'll see you again. On that river of tears. Sat down with a stack, feeling just right. Read the whole table like a book last night. But then a guy in Crocs and a cowboy hat called my raise with 7 deuce. Imagine that. Flop comes down, not a pair in sight. He rivered a straight, said, I just playing for the vibes, alright. Oh, all in, all night. These fuckers just can't play right. They call with trash, hit the light. I'm losing chips to fools in flight. Luck's on vacation, skills out of sight. Still I'm all in all night. Hands like this all night, one last try. Got kings in the hole, fell 10 feet high. Big blind calls with a face full of fries. Flop strips with a 9, I don't know why. He said 9's my lucky number, dude. I tipped my hat and ordered comfort food. I studied GTO solvers and charts. They study cartoons and follow their hearts. One guy said oops as he showed his hand, flopped a full house with a beer in his pants. I cried inside but I kept my cool while the guy next to me played chess with a pool noodle. All in, all night. Where donkeys dance and sharks lose fights. They hit their gut shots just for spite. I'm down to crumbs but still polite. If I go broke, at least I wrote this song. All in, all
Well, we are back with the action after a couple of songs there. Freak Child just took that hand down. Take a peek at our leaderboard here real quick. Amon has taken a lead up at 15 grand. Marta coming in at second right now. Casely third. Freak Child sitting fourth. Indigo, as we said, exited the game. Time ran out on showing up, so Indigo will not receive anything, nor will any player, because this is all fake. There's a glitch in the matrix, and this game is it. Biggie Large hanging on for dear life, who normally with the Syndicate is known as a big bully. Not just is he Biggie Large, but he's a Biggie Large bully when they play the Syndicate series games, which they just got 2 series completed. The Summer Series, the Summer Free Roll Series, won by club member Leary Alice, received a nice little custom-made championship bracelet. And then they just finished the Weekend Warrior Series. Grueling 2 games every weekend. Leader points finalized the final table. And then Godly, who's been seen around on the sit-and-go circuit as well over at PokerNow.club, took that one down. So she also receives herself a shiny little custom-made championship bracelet as well. And other series going on, which you can check all of those out at not PokerNow.club, but SyndicatePokerClub.com for information on where to join, how to join, where to watch, point boards, games, series that are active, past games, leaderboards, all that good stuff. So you can check that all out at SyndicatePokerClub.com. Speaking of bullies, we were about to see Biggie Large's profile, but Freakchild decides to come in with 1,400 and will just take that down with very little effort. Pocket jacks. But Biggie Large, also known as the Biggie Bully in the Syndicate circuit, loves Hold'em. He's old. He showed up for a game on time once, which apparently is kind of the ongoing theme for a lot of the poker players this summer. Annoyed most by clocks. Syndicate overall ranking 6th and average sit and go ranking overall 67th over at PokerNow on their sit and go leaderboard. And I think that pretty much runs the gambit. I think, well, maybe we still need to check in with Marta, but everybody's been in there. Amon, not part of the Syndicate, one of the challengers that's come in to take on the Syndicate in this game. Marta going up 700. Freakchild went over the top and flopped the boat. 9's full of kings. I think that's the second time he's flopped the boat. Four king 9. A 4 king 9. Not a 4 king ace. Freakchild will go out. Casely's in. Nope. Casely's out. Everybody heading out of this hand. Casely will call, and Amon checks the action. Queen 9, 3 of clubs. Queen of clubs, 9 of hearts, 3 of clubs. 5 of spades on the turn. Casely goes up 24. Amon will let that go. Everybody's folding out to the 300, 600 blinds that have just begun. Marta on the option will go up a 3-bet to 18. And Casely says, no, thank you. Wanted it cheap. Not willing to pay the price to see the cards. Freakchild's action. He will call Casely. out. Amon's out. Marta limps in. Biggie Large checks his option. 10-10-5. Everybody checking around. King of diamonds on the turn. Marta goes 9. And that'll be enough to get everybody out of that one. Freakchild will head out of this one. Marta, another Syndicate player, 4th overall in the Syndicate. Not a lot of info on Marta. Very secretive. Just like the not showing the cards there we just saw. Not going to see a whole lot of Marta. Very secretive. Be quiet. Marta, the Polka Ninja. From the Syndicate. Got a 6 of diamonds and then an ace and a deuce of clubs. Amon's action. Going 6. Going the minimum bet. The acer is out with an ace on the board to pair up. 1650 called by Marta. 2 pair on the board. Aces over deuces. What do we got? I feel a boat coming. 6,600 from Marta. Which is betting the pot. Amon. Feels like it was a bluff. We will, and it was a 3-8. Wow. There it was. Marta showing some cards for a change. What a bet. Got a queen, ace of diamonds, and a jack of clubs. Freakchild's action. He will check it over to Amon. 10 of hearts comes. Freakchild goes 15. Amon going up over the top. Freakchild will call it. 3 of spades on the river. And there's the king to finish out the Broadway from Amon. We'll take some chips out of Freakchild's mouth. Marta's out. Biggie Large is out. Acer will go up over the top at 27. Deuce, deuce, 4. Rainbowed up. Or no, sorry, not rainbowed up. Deuce of hearts, 4 of hearts, and then a deuce of clubs. Got about 4 minutes left of the blinds being at 3-6. And then they will go up to 400, 800 pre-flop. Or pre-deal, excuse me. Everybody folding out. Casely in the small blind will limp in. Amon. Did I just see Amon check the option on the big blind? Or I mean fold the option on the big blind? Did I just see that correctly? That was an odd move. We need our sound effects. That was a bold move, Cotton. Or did I? Or maybe my eyes deceived me. Did Casely raise it? I have no idea. We got a 4 and 2 jacks. Casely's action. Going heads up with Amon here. She will call that 600. Amon checks it. Casely going 6. Amon calls that. King of diamonds. That gives us 3 diamonds on the board and a pair of jacks. Casely will take it. 2 pair. Jacks over 6s. King kicker. Amon not able to do much with that ace-6. Just goes to show you, aces are not gold-plated bacon. Biggie Large on the cliff. going all in at 486, but has the upper hand at the moment with a pair of sevens. And the 10 comes to give him on the straight, and we will see Biggie Large pop out of here on this series in 6th place. Technically last place. Big Bully got bullied out and taken down. Free Child's out. Casely's action. Casely possibly asleep at the wheel again. In the interim, don't forget, syndicatepokerclub.com. Check out the Syndicate. Live streams, rosters, game series, everything you can imagine to do with the Syndicate is sort of there. Syndicate Poker Club. Playing on PokerNow.club. Free poker. Poker with friends. Make your own games. Play in the sit and goes. Ring games. So much to do there. Get a premium membership there, and you can do a hell of a lot more. But once again, no money is ever bet there. It is not a casino site. Oh, what a flop. 277. Worst hand in poker. Could be the best hand for this hand right here. 2100 for Macer. That's who we haven't looked. That's who we haven't looked at, is it? Acer going 42, taking a strong stab at that one, which will put him back deep into the game. Freechild will fold his small blind. Forking ace-hole. No, we did see forking ace-hole. Get him out of here, ugly fucker. Casely in the action. Possibly. 3 diamonds. And a queen and 10 of clubs. As we wonder what's going on here. Wonderful world of the internet. $14 from Amon, called by 4 King Ace. And Casely is missing in action. We'll fold that one. Check from Amon. 4 King Ace hole goes 5,600. And a King of Spades. Another possibility for a Broadway out there. And the Ace Jack. That will take it. Just as suspected. Freechild limping in for the 800. Casely on small blind. There'll be another 400 for her to go. And she is out. 3603 from Amon, which will take all Freechild all in with the ace 10. 4-4 Jack against Amon's king 10. And it looks like Freechild will survive this one and hold with the pair of fours on the board. Ace kicker will make that playable for the Freechild. Freechild limping in at 8. And Casely still MIA. 6-4-10. Marta goes 800. Freakchild calls it. Marta checking it. Freakchild goes 8. Marta calls it. King of spades on the river. Both players check it out. And pair of tens for the Freakchild, as he makes a roaring comeback. Freakchild limping in for the 800. Limping in meaning calling the minimum bet that's been made on the small and big blinds. Casely still timing out here. Ace 5, 8. 2 clubs and a spade on the board. Freakchild will bet 8. Marta's out. Working ace holes out. Freakchild not showing. Marta is the dealer on the dealer button. Casely under the gun. And apparently under a rock. As she will time out again. Six deuce king, rainbowed up. Marta will go 24. That'll be enough to take the other 2 players out. Or sorry, it took Freakchild out, not Acer. And ace of spades on the river. And that's enough for king to take that one down. With a pair of kings for the king. The 4-king ace hole. Amon is all in at 957. Could triple up here. Could quadruple up, depending on what happens with Casely. She'll be in for at least the 800. As she will probably time out on this one again. And 10-6-7, 2 diamonds on the board. Both players checking it out. 8 of hearts comes. Now we got 2 hearts on the board. Straight on the board. Possible, man, there's a lot out there. What's going to happen here? And Freakchild will take it with 2 pair. Kings, sorry, 7s and 6s with a king 7. Chasing the flush there. So Amon lasting through the game as the challenger, getting into 5th, outlasting Biggie Large and Indigo, who never showed up. But Amon with a well-fought battle, even holding the leaderboard for a little bit there. So Amon will go out in 5th. Acer with almost a double lead over the Freakchild. And then Casely sitting at 3rd. Marta bringing up the rear currently at this point. So all Syndicate players still in the game. But definitely appreciate Amon coming in and humoring the Syndicate tonight. Taking on the challengers. Well-fought battle. Could be a new recruit. May see Amon up there on the player profile board soon. Stay tuned over at the SyndicatePokerClub.com.
Monday night, same pixel bar, same carousel of fools. Stat tracking overlay says I'm 80% to roll. Flop a set of queens, surprise, here comes the fourth club. Chat explodes with LOLs like some car recruitment hub. Dealer button winks at me, I swear I heard it giggle. And right before the payout jump, the power lines will wiggle. I'm keeping notes, drawing graphs, correlation or a laugh. Funny how the coin flips hide their tails. The fucking game is rigged. Patterns tighter than my grip. Every river's pre-recorded. Every miracle is scripted. And the house just plays the clip. Yeah, the damn game is rigged. But I'm rebuying like a stooge. Cause denial is cheaper than therapy and truth. So deal me in. Abuse me with your ruse. Tuesday dawn maintenance break right as I'm up 2 blinds. Come back, my table swapped for bots with matching dollar signs. They min click 3-bet garbage, timing sync like drum machines. Then riverboat against my straight, exactly how it's been. Support replies, variant, sir, please reboot your mind. I screenshot the pattern, spiral, frame it, call it new age design. Look, every time the jackpot's high, the fish all spike a set. Every bubble bursts exactly where I bet. Flag for responsible gaming after 20 straight coolers. Nothing says responsible like gaslighting the losers. The fucking game is rigged. Algorithms wear a grin. Graphs look like a death metal logo carved into my skin. Yeah, the fucking game is rigged. But hey, that spin and go might pop. So pour another coffee, light the screen, burn to the top. I'll lose with style, middle finger to the flop. Thank you for depositing your disappointment is important to us.
Well, as we just saw, the Freak Child headed out there, getting beaten out by Marta, and then trying to punt out with a Doyle 10 deuce. Down to 3 as we bring up the wrong graphic because we've been broadcasting now for a whole whopping hour. Freak Child going out in 4th, leaving Marta forking ace-hole and Casely. Boy, say that 10 times fast. Marta forking ace-hole Casely. Forking ace-hole Casely. Wow. Almost a tongue twister. A forking ace. Look at that. A forking ace for a forking ace-hole. And he had an ace. That was ridiculous. Lines are at 500, 1,000 as they're going up quickly now. King, Queen, 4. Now a Jack. King, Queen of Hearts, 4 clubs, and a Jack of Diamonds. Ace are going for 300 or 3,000. Will be enough to get Casely out of there with his pair of kings. And $2,000 apiece from each of them. Casely in the action with the Jack 4-9. $1,000. Marta says no. The Syndicate Poker Club, as you can see, does not just play around. Even though it's free online poker, they play it for real. They play it as if it were real money, even though it's not. Just like Monopoly, you try to play your best at Monopoly because none of that is real, but you still try to play your best to win, and that's what the Syndicate Poker Club is built on. It may be for free, but you can still play it for real. 3,500 from Acer, going over to Casely who called. Now we got a 10 Ace 8, 2 clubs, 3 grand from Casely. Acer over the top. Casely calls it Queen of Spades on the turn. Working ace hole, taking Casely all in if she calls. And will this be a thinking moment or will this be a AFK moment yet again? It's not an AFK moment. Thinking she's outkicked. She will fold it down. Jack ace. Marta will limp in for the extra 5. 3 diamonds on the board. 5 ace 3. And no action there. 2 6 7. Nothing exciting about that flop, other than there's 2 clubs. Casely will call it King of Diamonds, whatever those things are called. A grand apiece and another diamond, 3. Marta will take it with a pair of 7s. And that puts Acer and Marta on the top end here over Casely. As we see a 6 queen 4. 3 grand from Casely, which is betting the pot. Acer. We'll let that go. And 3 grand apiece from Marta and Acer. 4-9 deuce. Quite possibly the most unexciting flop we've seen. There's your 6 to go with the 9 for all you weirdos out there. And an ace of hearts to round it out. 4 grand from Marta. Acer. Thinking about it. And that's a no-go. 15 from Acer. And a check for Casely on her option. King 5-10, 2 spades, 15 from Casely. Four of hearts. Both players check. 10 of clubs. Pair of 10s on the board. Casely all in. And it is called, and it will be chop suey. Get the soy sauce. Split pot. This game is being played over at PokerNow.club. Free online poker with friends. You can check them out at PokerNow.club. Free poker, not a single dime needs to be spent in order for you to play. You can make your own games, invite your friends, make your own multi-table tournaments. They have premium features that you do have to pay for, such as custom felts, custom cards, emojis, things of that nature. But you don't have to pay a single dime to play poker there. It is not a casino. There's no, as they call it, live action tables at PokerNow.club. Everything is completely free. Although the staff at PokerNow does throw together some free roll tournaments just like this, in which they do give away prizes for their top finishers, including some premium content on their site. So make sure to check it out. We are starting to get down to the wires. The blinds are at 750, 1500. Deuce 7 Jack on the board, rainbowed. All players check around. Whole lot of spades on the board there with a 9-6 ace. Marta's going 15. Casely on the short stack. She will say no thank you to that. Things are getting dicey here. Forking ace hole with about a 16 grand lead over Marta. Casely hanging on for dear life. Marta's action with 2 10s and a 3 on the board. Checked out. Checked out again. 9 of spades. 15 from Acer and called. Marta calls it 3 of a kind. Acer had the 10. Flop the trips. Marta will call the 1500 blind. Casely will go all in with her option. Marta calls, so there could be a double up here, and could be a triple up for Casely, who's all in. Acer checking it up to Marta. Marta is not going to play the check down game. Marta thinks she's got it with a king 4 and 2 pair flopped. Ace 5, that does Casely in with that 4, giving Marta the boat. And Marta will take that one down, taking Casely into third. As we are heads up action with Forking Ace Hole and Marta to see who will win the Open House tournament. 2 challengers came into tonight's game, Indigo and Amon. There were a lot more on the list, but they were the only 2 that made it into the table. And then Indigo ended up getting disqualified. Never did actually show up to the table. Was offline and away and was removed from the game. Amon put in a valiant fight, including a little bit of time on the first place section of the leaderboard. So congratulations to Amon for taking on the Syndicate and hanging on for a while. Forking Ace Hole and Marta going heads up in the final section of this game before it will be all over. We got a Doyle on the board, 10s and a 10 with 2 deuces, but we'll never see what happens with that. 3-4 Jack. Another 4. And a Queen of Clubs to flush down the river. Trip 4s for Acer. This is a Syndicate Open House free roll tournament. Open House probably will be held again at some point in the future. Make sure to get on the Syndicate website for more info on upcoming games. This one was kind of a spur of the moment game that was scheduled yesterday. Played by the Syndicate Poker Club, which you can check out, syndicatepokerclub.com. For more information. Queen 5 of hearts, 4 diamonds, checked by both players. We did forget to mention during the broadcast, the game is being overseen by the Syndicate's official referee, PokerCat. PokerCat is annoyed by rabbits, comes out of the litter box at 9 years old, loves chip chasing, and one time did not beg for treats for a whole game. PokerCat, the official referee of the Syndicate Poker Club. As we pop into some 1,000, 2,000 blind action, Acer with big slick suited. And now we see a new hand, 10, 8, deuce, 2 spades. Acer goes 4 and no good for Marta. A lot of people ask, what are the odds of this happening? What are the odds of that happening? And what are the odds that 4-king ace hole would be in a hand that he won that started off with a 4-king ace on the flop? And then he had the ace. You guys will have to watch back on the replay for that one. Acer starting to take a commanding lead, almost 2-1 over Marta here with a ace, 8, 9, deuce on the board. two aces now. And Marta will take that one down with the jack kicker being the higher card, the pair of aces. Heads up action, forking ace hole, Marta. Syndicate members. Syndicate playing a whole lot of different tournament series over the course of time. Just finished 2 different series so far this summer. Weekend Warrior Series and the Summer Free Roll Series. Most of the series go for 8 weeks. And the top players end up getting selected into a final table. And then the winner of that final table usually gets a coveted, custom-made, shiny bracelet. Shiny championship bracelet. Full on with the Syndicate logos or tournament logos on them. With champion being big in the wording. Big letters spelling C-H-A-M-P. Ace 10 King all clubbed up. $2 grand from each. Another king on the turn. This one a spade. If it would have been a king of clubs again, I would have probably shit myself. Marta going all in. Pre-flop. King says no. Marta will take the blinds back. Marta going all in again. Marta done playing around. Take some more blinds. Back to even Steven pretty much. Blinds going up to 3,000 here in about another 2 minutes. Possible straight on the board. Acer goes all in. Marta says no. He did have it, in fact. Do 7-10. Another 10. And Acer will take that one. Marta going all in, no good for Acer. These two battling it out to the end. Free poker. Not always played like a bunch of idiots. All in every hand. Everybody playing with calculation and finesse. Five of diamonds to end out this run, which will give Marta the pair of fives on the river. Had it not been for that river card, Acer would have taken that one. Going up to $6 grand from Acer. Marta going over the top, all in. Here we go. It's a race. Ace 5 versus Ace 7, both suited. Both of them flop a pair. Oh, Acer turns the trips, and that will do us. With forking ace hole, we'll end that one out in first place. So forking ace hole, winning first, Marta second, Casely third. And in the Syndicate Open House game, that gives us our final standings. First, second, third. And then Freakchild coming in fourth. Amon, the challenger, coming in fifth. Outlasting Biggie Large down in sixth. And Indigo disqualified at seventh. So there we are. That is the Syndicate Poker Club's open house tournament. Will be held again another day, another time. We shall see what transpires in the future for the Syndicate. And check out the Syndicate over at syndicatepokerclub.com. Playing live over at pokernow.club. And that will end our broadcast. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff that all the other channels always tell you to do. Was it ring that bell or something? I don't know. Whatever. We're out.